What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy. I'm one of your hosts. No, fuck, I'm doing it again.
I like that.
The rare one.
The rare one.
We gotta keep it. I'll roll with it.
Yeah,
I've never done that. I don't think I've ever said the GameOverGreggy.
I enjoyed it. It threw me out.
What do we got to do?
Oh, I was going to say, how's the focus look? We didn't check on that.
It's just,
All right, good.
All right,
keep
cool.
all of this.
So I'm going to keep it all. Keep it all for the real thing, but I'm still going to do one just to keep the mechanism clear, all right? It's episode, 97? I'm allowed to make a mistake.
Yeah.
I think it's 235.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the Hispanic heartthrob, Andy Cortez.
Hey, man, good to be here with you, Greg Miller.
You thought it'd be easy taking Nick's seat, but you forgot about this, that I'm going to slap you around a bit.
Andy, you want to give me some of that mic nose?
No, don't do the mic nose, please. Don't do
No.
Nick's
You're in
bit.
the seat.
No.
Don't do the mic.
Over there at Tim Gettys.
Let him host.
And right here, the glue, Kevin Coelho. A star-studded cast for today's GameOverGreggy show. Very excited. Of course, it's brought to you by Stamps.com and Omaha Steaks, but I'll tell you about that later. Mm-hmm. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah?
I am.
You looking good? How long are you going to keep the jacket on, you think? It's going to get hot in here.
Oh.
You can't do it.
I'm going to
forever.
take it off almost instantly. I just wanted it for the beginning so people look at me and they're like, damn, he looks good. This is my... I'm performing.
I'm down to fuck. Right?
Oh,
I've worn
you're
this. I've worn this for
Down to
KFL 2. I've worn this for KFL 3.
Yeah?
And
You wear
tonight,
it. I mean, you
we're-
perform every day.
I know, but I mean, like
It's like a big
A
performance.
big performance. Like
There's a big performance coming tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But before I tell you about that, I'm going to tell you this is the GameOverGreggy show each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bring a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny. Who screwed it up?
It was me. I
Take a
fucked
guess.
up. I'm sorry.
Take a guess.
No
I'm
sense
sorry.
of rhythm.
Patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every episode early. How early, Andy Cortez?
You can be watching right now, Greg Miller.
That's right. You can watch as we record live on patreon.com/kindafunny for just $1. That's right, $1 for an entire month's worth of content, early shows, early access, all sorts of cool stuff. If you went to $2, you could get entered to win stuff. But if you have no bucks to toss our way, it's no big deal. The following Friday, you can head over to youtube.com/kindafunny and podcast services around the globe, because the Friday before then, you would have gotten early access if you paid there. And then it's a week of exclusivity leading up to. Once we added in the live thing, I feel like it got hard to explain all the different ways to get it. But basically, patreon.com/kindafunny to keep the business afloat.
Live graphics.
What about the live graphics?
Someday.
One day, yeah. Every time we do the COCO, the content conference, the annual content, that's what we talk about. Of that, and like we want to have the little bugs come in from the side. They'll be like promoting some other
there
show.
one
and
We're
shit.
so close to that, though.
Are we?
You know? Yeah. It's just a
Viewer
matter
at
of
home.
sitting down.
Viewer at home on youtube.com/kindafunny. How correct were the name bars today?
Oh, stop.
I just want to know. It's just always a thing. Whenever we shake it up even the smallest bit, there's 2 Gregs on the fucking thing.
Kev, I have a
Sup, dude?
question for you about
Yeah.
your drink. I was trying to figure out how much liquid in fluid ounces that thing can hold, and also where you got it, because I want one.
It is 24, I believe. It says 24 right here.
24 fluid
24
ounces.
right here. You can push it a little bit more. I'm saying maybe 26.
Okay.
But 24 is the max limit.
Because a big problem I have, and people make fun of me.
Where did you get it?
Oh, I think Greg brought it here, and he just hasn't been able to take it home because I use it all the time.
Fuck Greg.
Where did you get it?
Oh, IKEA.
Oh, okay.
It's just a mason jar if you're an audio listener. Big old
But
mason
it's
jar.
it's a wide mouth.
Right. Oh yeah.
Says
Yeah.
it on the
yeah.
So the
side.
problem is, I'll tell you right now. We exclusively at home drink water from mason jars, smoothies from mason jars, right? But with the water on the big one, you do that, it's coming out the sides of your mouth. It's rolling down your chin.
And damn, it feels good.
It does feel.
Yeah,
you do feel like
sometimes when you're grabbing this guy to drink water and you're going straight from the mouth,
Yeah.
you get a little bit of spilling
Yeah,
out, and
you
it's
do.
it's what you need
what
at
you
that
feel like
moment.
a
Gifts are
pirate.
for.
You got
Yeah.
a big thing of grog, your mead. You know what I mean?
Like,
You're
I'm
out
not
there
gonna lie
doing
right
your
now.
shit.
Cool Greg fucked up.
What?
Oh,
He gave me the coffee
no.
setup. I don't use the straw or the umbrella for water.
You've been
It's
using
all right,
it.
Cool
though.
Greg.
Cool,
No,
Greg.
no,
Man,
no, no.
we
For water,
applauded for
I
you
go,
at the pre-show.
I go just straight like this. But it was in there. I didn't want to take it. I'm gonna take it out now.
You didn't want to like embarrass Cool Greg by telling him he fucked up, except
Sure.
for when the show
Sure.
is on and
I mean, I
everybody's
get it. It's a new system. This is the coffee setup.
The haunted studio. It's the haunted studio. We said Tim's in performance outfit. Mm-hmm. I like this because now we know when you're watching at a glance when Tim's in performance mode.
Yeah.
Tonight, something special is happening. Tonight of us recording this, if you're watching live, it's already happened by the time you watch this on YouTube. Maybe we're all dead. Tonight, we're all doing...
How do you think I died?
You?
Yeah.
Lightsaber to the heart.
I was going to say Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
No, there's no scorpion on the earth.
Like,
can
get
take
over
down
here.
Andy.
Took out my heart.
No, not like the bug. You know,
Hey,
I'm
that
gonna
was
say
really good.
that a waiter made your food a little bit wrong and you were too scared to send it back.
That sounds like
so
cool,
then
Greg.
you didn't eat and died.
Oh, that's
Realistic.
Starvation. You went starvation. with it.
You want to know?
I thought you were gonna say the waiter like accidentally had a bucket of acid and
No,
like.
no, I was trying to be
We're having a
realistic
great
about it.
conversation about performances, but to put a pin in that, one thing I do worry about quite often is when I'm in the airplane and I have the aisle seat and someone goes in the bin above me.
Oh, sure.
Because they always, no matter what, it's always somebody with these pipe cleaner arms trying to get out of like a fucking bag of rocks. Kermit the Frog's trying to take down a 500-pound bag, and I'm like, he's gonna totally, or he or she's gonna bring it out, wiggle it wrong, it's gonna come straight down on my head. I'm gonna bite through my tongue.
Broken neck.
That's like when
then
it
you lose
happened
your
to my
tongue.
friend growing up. So
Choke
that's
on
always
your
one
tongue?
thing.
He
No.
bit through his tongue?
Yeah. When he's a little kid, really bad.
All the way through?
Yeah, like I mean, like he was. Yeah,
Fuck.
They had to get it sewed back on. Yeah, it was bad. He was leaving McDonald's. Stepped
Did it
off a
work
curb.
afterwards?
Yeah. Anyways, I'm afraid they're gonna
I
do that
really
to
don't
me.
like
I'll
that
bite. I'll
story.
smash my teeth together. I'll get a concussion.
Yeah.
And like it's come for me before. It's kind of. This is honestly kind of it's a serious topic. It's kind of a Final Destination moment where one time I was on an airplane and as we were taking off going. Sure enough, one of the bins opened up and this motherfucker's stupid cane came out. And it was like 4 or 5 rows up and it came up and it did one of the whoosh, like past my head and just into the aisle. But it was like I dodged death this time, but death.
That cane could have like came at you and then a suitcase fell on top of it, just like
Oh my
pushing
God.
it through
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah. So
I
I
know.
know.
I pictured Undertaker's brother, like just
Kane?
walking down the aisle.
Cane.
I really like what you're
Who
doing.
first Undertaker's brother?
Back in the day, they
No,
called
that, yeah, that's who he is.
No, I know that's his backstory. It just seemed like
Yeah.
an interesting way of like, wow, to really fucking disrespect Glenn Jacobs.
Just the big-
Is he mayor or not? I
He
can't
is.
remember.
He lost.
Did he win?
He lost? I thought he lost.
Ah, man.
Cool, Greg. I need to know if Glenn Jacobs, aka Undertaker's brother, this is the mayor of
This
anything.
fucking country, man.
And he changed it again. He did it again.
It's like,
Keep
what?
it going, dude.
The biopics?
No, that's not what I meant. You know it.
All right, pulling the pin out. I talk about it being a big. I'm sorry, Tim, for eating the way your text. That's fine.
It's important.
Sure, it is.
Absolutely not important.
I know. it isn't.
Absolutely.
What's Curran doing now? What's happening with Shari? James Burke gonna throw some baseballs around.
That got cool, Greg.
We are all on the verge of something very interesting.
Oh, yes.
One of our firsts, a first for all of us.
Yep.
Tonight, we are all going to an open mic. You don't even need a wide mouth. You're just pouring it all over yourself. Anyway. We're all going to an
hot.
open mic comedy show, and we're all performing.
Yes, we are.
It's all of us. It's Jeff Ramsey from Achievement Hunter, I believe
Yeah,
they call
yeah,
it. It is James and Elise from Achievement Hunter, I believe they call it.
Slightly.
It's all of us. It's Cool Greg.
No.
No?
No.
Cool Greg, you're not doing it? Cool Greg, that's a pretty
important.
good excuse.
Yeah, pretty good. Sure is.
all right. That's fair. That's fair, Cool Greg.
Yeah.
So it's all of us. It's James, Elise, it's Jeff. That's it? I mean, Nick's performing, but Nick's Nick.
Nick's performing, and there's going to be a couple of his stand-up.
Oh, right.
that are
So the
around
idea
it.
here, of course, is that Nick had started a comedy over a year ago now. It was his New Year's resolution at the start of 2017. He found it, started doing it, and does it literally every night, and has gotten amazing at it and is awesome. So there's a project being worked on that he's a part of. And so the idea was, cool, he's talking about it and doing this. What about all of us going out there and trying for the first time? So tonight, all 8 of the people I just listed or whatever are going up and doing 3 minutes of open mic comedy, and none of us have ever done it before.
No.
Kevin, how you feeling?
I have never been so nervous in my life.
Why?
I don't know. And I understand all the things that you guys have said to me throughout the day.
Yeah.
Make total sense. There's no real reason I should be nervous, but I think it's because I want to succeed at this.
Yeah.
And like we're moments away from knowing whether or not like it's a disaster or not. You know?
Yeah.
But
But
I'm just
I-
so nervous.
I just feel like there's.
I feel like I'm gonna go up and just fucking forget everything that I've rehearsed this entire weekend.
You've
Tried
been
different-
rehearsing.
Yeah.
Have you rehearsed?
I rehearsed twice.
Have you rehearsed?
I mean, not really.
My boy.
Yeah. So my problem with this whole thing is just like, it's that same feeling you have when you are unprepared for something in school, where suddenly it hit my mind that I have to do this over the weekend, and I immediately got nervous, and I was awake, and my heart was pounding, and I was not going to be able to sleep anytime soon. And so the problem that I ran into was like, I have to fucking think of something, right? Like I have ideas here and there.
Yeah.
I have to craft something for my own sanity so I can be able to sleep comfortable at night. And then that night it was 2 a.m. and I busted out my phone and I started writing notes down. And then like 2 hours later I realized like, oh, okay, I put together the pieces that I need for this little set. I think this is fine. I can sleep easy now. And it's like, it's not whether like, is this good or not? It's more of like, this is complete. This isn't just me half-assing it, and I feel more comfortable now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd handle this similarly to how I handle a lot of things, whether it's like Kind of Funny lives or like when my friends are like, I have to do proposal things or all that stuff, is I think about it for a long time, but I don't actually put the work in and like do the thing until the last moment, like totally procrastinating. So for me, I knew that we were going to have to do this for like a month. So in the back of my mind, I'll be in the shower thinking about some things, and I was like, all right, this is funny, this isn't funny, whatever. But it wasn't until my flight back from the bachelor party that I actually like wrote something out. And then I read it to myself out loud, and I was like, oh shit, this is 5 minutes. And it didn't feel like it when I was writing it. I was like, oh man, like there's way too much here. I got to cut it. So I kept cutting. And then I did it once in front of Gia, and it was like, I got it down to where I needed it. And she laughed a couple times, and I was like, oh, that made me feel good. Like, cool, great. But that's it. I haven't done any more times. I do want to do it one more time before I go up later.
Okay.
By myself in a closet somewhere.
Why don't you do it on the post show? Just do it on the post show all by yourself.
That,
dude,
man.
I am very, very nervous about this.
Why?
I don't know, man. Because here's the thing. I understand, and to like, talk to Kev a little bit.
We have home court advantage.
We have home court
100%,
advantage.
yeah.
Like all of my fucking friends you just named are going to be there. Kind of Funny fans are going to be there that can make it. Like there's going to be good energy. We can't fail. And like worst thing that happens is we're making content. We're up there. We fail. That's part of the content. Like that's part of the story. But I just feel like you can go up there, make one joke, and if you blank, just say, thanks guys, and walk off. And that was your set.
Sure.
But
then that's a failure, Like I've wanted to do this always. When Nick initially
You
was
want to
like,
do comedy always.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, when Nick was like, hey, I'm doing this, I was like, man, that's fucking awesome. I've talked to Paula for years about two things: doing stand-up, like sitting down, writing a set, and also sitting down and writing like a pilot for a TV show, right? Those are two things that like I think I will always want to do. And it's just so scary that we're so close
now you
to
gotta
it.
do it.
Yeah. And 2 weeks ago I sat down and I was like, all right, I'm going to write. And man, I wrote for like 6 hours. It was so much fun. And it was like having a deadline where it's like, all right, I need to start rehearsing this like mentally next week. So I need to sit down and write it. And I wrote a ton of shit. And I was just like, oh, this is great. I've since cut that down a bunch of times. The first time I did it in front of Paula, it was 7 minutes. And since then, I've cut it down to 3 minutes.
Nice.
So it's just,
See, for me, like with all of it and with the refining and moving things around, like I really was like, I've seen Nick perform so many times, and I've gone to so many open mics and seen people fail. I've seen people succeed. Not many of them. Most people fail. And so I understand what not to do. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like the nerves will get to you. But I also just feel
What
like
shouldn't you do? What are the top don'ts that you've seen out there?
it's definitely like, I mean, there's a million don'ts, but really it's like pace yourself. Try not to rush through it too quick, because of course people have the feeling
Adrenaline,
to
Sure.
do that. Let things breathe, react to stuff, and also try your best to not make it sound absolutely rehearsed. You got to go with the flow, because if it just sounds like you're reading something that you just memorized, performing something you just memorized, it kind of loses its luster a bit. And then it's just like little things here and there where it's just like you need to know your audience. Like you can't make jokes that the people in the room aren't gonna get and aren't gonna vibe with. And so that was
Should
a
I
big problem.
dump all my Smallville material, you think?
Yeah,
or has everyone
I
seen
don't know.
Smallville?
No, they've all
Okay,
definitely
just
seen
make
all
sure,
10
just make
seasons.
sure.
No, but that's the thing is like for me, I was really, it all came, it reminds me of when we named Kind of Funny, whereas like at the end of the day, what are we? Kind of Funny. Cool. That's the name of it. For me writing my set, I was just like, what jokes would I be good at? And of course they all fall back to pop culture, like 90s references.
Sure.
And I'm like, but do the people in the room
Rugrats
get
dance like this.
But
But hey, Arnold dances like
But
this.
you see what I'm saying? It's like you need to boil that stuff down into a way that even if people don't get the reference that you're making, there's still a joke there that's funny. Because there's so many times I see people on stage, they'll make a reference that nobody gets, and they don't even get the joke because of that. So it's like, it's things like that that I'm like, oh, there's a craft to it. And then there's also the like, bring things up and then at the end, bring it all back, end strong, like the dumb little things. But like, I put a lot of work into it. Like, I'm happy with that. We'll see how this goes. I guarantee I'm going to fucking blank as soon as I'm up there and not remember anything. But then you have a totally different angle to this. How did you prepare for this?
I'm jumping out of the plane, man.
You're
I got a
crazy.
theme I'm gonna run with. I know my theme, and I know the first few bits that I'm in. Not bits even, but the theme and I'm gonna tell stories.
Yeah.
And I know the story connections in that.
Yeah.
But I haven't timed it out. I haven't done any of that yet.
No, the one problem to you with that is the first kind of
Go over 3 minutes, I cut your head off.
the first kind of
Tony Sparks at the back. Human, get off the stage.
the first bit that I kind of worked off from everything, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna tell this story, and then that'll be my callback at the end. Was the story I told that was made into a kind of funny doodle about the snowboarding thing where the kid flew off the mountain or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's funny, and there's a lot of funny bits in there, and I can add a lot of jokes in. And I'm like, cool. So I did all that, but then after performing it, I realized that's the thing that I had to cut because it took way too long to set up.
Sure.
And when you're just telling a story, like it takes time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, is it worth it at the end?
Right.
And that'd be the one fear I have is like, because I thought I was like, oh, this is 30 seconds. It ended up being like 2 minutes.
Oh, trust me, as someone who talks for a living, I'm aware of how long it is. That's why I'm like, I have 2 stories at the front loaded thing, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll just do it and see how it goes. Read off the crowd and go from there. It's the reason I'm not doing anything with this because I feel the whole pitch of this, right, is that it's everybody's first time and it's a place to see what this is like. The whole pitch is what is it like to go up and be an open mic stand-up comic. And so, yeah, I wanted to go the opposite of sitting there and doing prepared jokes and stuff just because, I mean, that's funny and I like watching that, but it's not how I like to tell jokes. And after years and years of people saying stuff like that, oh, man, you should do stand-up. You should do this. I'm like, I don't think my comedy transitions that way, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll try it today.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I think mine will be way more like a Moth podcast, which I enjoy. The comedy I like, right, of something of just being storytellers.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be really cool, and I think that's the thing for me. Is like I'm challenging myself. I'm not bringing notes up. I want to just go for it. And
Are
do
you
it.
bringing notes up?
I'm taking my phone up.
And that's totally fine. And it's like I've seen so many people do it, but I was just like,
Kevin, are you bringing
I'm
notes up?
trying
No,
to
I'm
challenge
not trying
myself
to,
to commit to this and pretend it's a real thing.
Yeah. Part of it is the bit though that I need my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also totally like
Are
my
you
crutch.
doing like the Andy character, like 30-second review, Andy?
Not full in, like not like kind of the same shit that I do on the morning show, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Very like the
You do a bit in the morning show?
the second part of the set is like I hope it's funny because it's not funny, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of the angle that I'm going for, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Andy's is good. I've heard little bits of, I guess, just yours, and what would have been Cool Greg's. Cool Greg.
No,
I'm telling y'all,
don't
catch
go.
me
This is
outside,
okay.
girl.
I know. It's cool, but I'm just saying, we're lucky Cool Greg's not going up tonight because he would outshine all of us.
Yeah. Sure,
by
He's got something great.
fucking
We've all heard his bits.
far. It's so funny. But yeah, what is, even if you don't want to give away the joke, what's one bit or something that you're going to go off tonight?
I mean, I'm talking a lot about Thomas and Paula. You know, these are the
Things
things
that-
that I know
these are the things that you
well.
know.
Yeah.
Our kids are fucking stupid.
That is mine too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably in a different direction though.
Hopefully. Do you say that at some point? Kids are fucking stupid?
Kids are dumb is my kind of like.
That's bad. This is
plan.
bad. We're on the same thing. We're on the same thing. That's
But
really
again, I
Don't
think
go
it's going
back
to
to
be a
back.
different ass direction.
Who's going first?
I think we are
He
back
is.
to back.
He's going first.
I'm
wait.
on second. Who's on third?
Wait, you're going first?
Before him.
Who's
okay,
going?
got it.
Yeah, I'm
Got it,
sorry.
got it.
You're going first.
Yes,
first. Yeah,
yes.
it's Nick
Because I'm
and then
trying to
it's
get this
you.
shit
Yeah.
done as quick as possible.
Yeah.
But mine does involve a joke, and I'm not going to tell you how I get there or what I do after, but it does involve a joke about Barbie being gangbanged by the Ninja Turtles while Master Splinter watches.
I know how we get there. I've heard this story before.
I think one of the central themes of mine is just that I always notice when there are like murderers on the news and they always have like really good heads of hair, and it's just like me being self-conscious about losing my hair.
That's
and it's
funny.
like, it's not fair, man. Like these
It
guys
hurts,
are,
but-
this guy stabbed his wife to death and killed all his kids, but he's got a good head of hair. Like what the fuck? Come on. Like
Where's the justice?
yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
good, that's good.
I'm going to use that line too.
Good. Go ahead. Take
That's
it.
good.
Take it.
Yeah, yeah. Central theme.
We were the one that's totally off topic that I'm probably gonna end on or whatever. And I think don't tell your significant others. And if you're coming to the show, still laugh, all right? This whole weekend we watched The Handmaid's Tale, like just all of it, just did them from fucking start to finish. We're done with it.
It's not good for you.
And so like when I'm done with if there's time or whatever, and I need a good closer or whatever, it's just gonna be. So this weekend I watched The Handmaid's Tale and wait for like applause because somebody will clap and like, woo, because it's a comedy show. You're supposed to do that. I'm like, oh, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's a great show to like. It's a great show to watch if you really, really love rape. All right, that's my time. I'm gonna walk
Going in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I was telling Tim about this. Like the first part of the thing that I ended up cutting didn't really fit with my style of how I want to deliver a lot of these lines. It was more like very traditional, and it was like, oh, I was in a band, then I went to art school. Now I talk about video games, and now I'm doing stand-up. That's like the 4 horsemen of disappointment. And like just talking about how parents would be disappointed in that sort of like, you know, going through those 4 different professions. And then kind of like, I was going to make a baseball joke and say, you know, when somebody hits for the cycle in baseball, single, double, triple, and a home run in one game, I was like, yeah, I fucking just hit for the cycle, man. I was like, there's somebody probably out there with a kinesiology degree who wants to be a DJ and majored in some other bullshit, like some useless degree or whatever. I'd be like, and they thought they had a chance on me. I just fucking ran up the score on them. But I was like, I don't know if there's anybody who's going to understand baseball.
Yeah, a lot of sport reference. I didn't get any of that.
With our core audience, probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
And I had 2 jokes that I ended up scrapping because they were much more directed not towards the audience that's going to be there tonight, but towards an actual open mic audience because it's making fun of the process. But one of them was, you know, with open mics, like you don't need to pay anything, like not even attention.
That's good.
And the other one was like making a bad joke about how like something is bad. And it's like, yeah, it's like almost as bad as that feeling you get in your stomach when a comedian walks on stage with a guitar.
Yeah,
but those are very geared towards
that's great.
open mic people.
You were taking off your guitar today. I was hoping you were going to bring your guitar out.
No.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, you should just do Stephen Lynch and like do jokes with your guitar. I was like, no, that's like, you kidding me? Do you know how much like the only people that I trust are people that I've already seen do it. That's the thing about musician, like stand-up people. Like
Dimitri Martin?
Dimitri Martin, like okay, this is his thing. That's what he's good at. Bo Burnham, even, you know.
Yeah.
But anybody else with an instrument, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so bad.
Yeah, dude.
I don't want to be here.
We were together.
Yeah.
Oh man, we watched a show at the Ice Bar, I think it was called, or the Ice Cube, the Ice Patrol. I don't know.
I think it was the Ice Bar in LA, right?
Yeah. And we were. It was me, Andy, Elise, James, and Nick, and we were just watching. It was a showcase, and like people were going up, and this woman, like, it was really funny comedy, and this woman pulls out a guitar, and it was just like, oh no, like, oh god, no. And then it just went on and on. It's like if you have one joke, like one like mini song, cool. It was like 5 of them. And me and Andy just look at each other.
There was one of them that was like decent.
Yeah.
Awkward.
So first off, thank you to all these people who supported us on patreon.com/kindafunny. Happy to have those names roll by. Cool, Greg, you get that? Got it. Perfect. Do you think this is gonna like spark for anybody in this to keep going?
No.
See, that's the thing. If I feel like at the end, I'm like, oh man, that was a lot easier than I thought. I definitely want to do more of this because like this is something that like every time I see people do this, I'm like, man, I wish I could be that.
Yeah.
And so hopefully it does in me.
Yeah.
It also might traumatize me and I'll never do it again.
You're going to be fucking. Yeah.
Thanks for inviting all our friends too. That was great.
Dude, they need to see it.
No, they don't. They could have.
How many people do you think are actually going to be there? I know you're joking around about it.
15 of my friends.
Oh, no, I mean overall. Like,
dude, it's going to be
big.
It's going to be full.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been to these places. They're tiny.
Yeah. Well, I've never been to
I haven't been to this place either.
But
I've never been to it either, but like these venues are not big. They're not built for this. They just do this because they think that they can bring an extra 10 people.
Well, they
get drinks.
And they do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to have a full house in a way that I'm not excited for.
think of it this way too. A lot of them will probably be Rooster Teeth fans, so they won't even care about it.
Sure.
Yeah,
100%. That does make me feel a lot better.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to spark anything in me, but it might because I feel like a lot of people out there are going to agree with me about this. I'm not particularly good at anything we do, but I'm like in the middle of all of us at pretty much everything. Like I'm kind of like the Mario in Mario Tennis when it comes to what we do. It's like
you're great all balanced.
I can host. Greg's better. You know what I mean? I am funny. Andy's funnier.
You shred on the guitar, but I shred just a little bit more.
Something like that. Yeah. But I feel like in terms of what we do, it's like that's where I fit. And so it's like I don't think that I'm going to be horrible at this, but I don't think I'm going to be the best at it. But it reminds me of when we do like the Final Fantasy thing that we did.
You were great.
The more like presentational, like actual hosting live events in front of a lot of people. Like I get so nervous about that stuff. I could do this shit for days.
Sure.
But being in front of people and then talking, having memorize things, I'm really bad at that. And you're so good. And so being next to you, it's like, or interviewing people even, right? All that stuff. So it's like, I like putting myself in those positions that, I mean, actually, I don't like. I actually hate doing it. But like, there was that one time when I had to host the Ubisoft panel.
Oh, right. Yeah, the South Park one.
And I was terrified about doing that. I knew I could, and I ended up doing great, I think, and people told me. But it still terrified me.
It's something new.
And it's still terrifying for me to do that again but I would.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's why I feel like with this, I'm expecting it's going to go all right. I'm going to feel good about it. And then maybe I'll do it again.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it all goes because like I'm just so whatever about it. You know what I mean? Because I think we perform all the time. We do stuff like this all the time. Stuff like this, perform all the time, right? Where I've always said like, I always make the joke about you kicking my door at 2 a.m, right, with the camera light, and I'd be like, "What's up, everybody?" and get up, like just know what to do.
Yeah.
So to be up there, I feel like that's what this is again. Now that's blown up in my face before because I went and did that Moth podcast, if you remember, a long, long time ago. We were still at IGN.
No memory of this.
I love them. I love the Moth. It's a storytelling podcast. The idea is that the Moth are true stories told in front of a live audience. And so they do like stage presentations where you go and each night has a theme. You get there, you put your name on a piece of paper, they put it in, they draw them out, and they call you up there to tell them. And they do like 10 or whatever. And so when they first came to San Francisco, I went or when they first started their established thing that was in San Francisco, and this is years ago, I'm not even sure if they still do it. I went and tossed my name in, and I got to be the finale. And the theme was secrets. And so I'm like, I'm going to tell my cancer story.
Did you know that going in?
No. When you got there, you find. Or no, I guess you did. You did. When I booked the ticket, I knew.
You knew it was secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't a secret.
No. Did it, was last one called up for the night, and it was secrets. And my story was going to be about how fun it was to have the secret of cancer and tell people, right? And so I got up there, and like you've heard the story before, of course. When I got the pizza, I made my friends guess, yada 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 yada.
You're
and
a
like,
monster.
it's a silver lining to a very sad story, right? That our audience gets, I think, because they're used to it with us. But when I got up there in front of all these people who listen to NPR or whatever, and I was like, all right, thanks. And I made a joke about Dan Jackson, who's the host. It was really funny because I did the bit, the ad bit they used to do in the podcast. It's like, anyways, you know, one of the secrets, and it's cancer, and they gasped. They were all, and I was like, oh, fuck, this is not our audience. Oh, fuck, I am not playing to the kind of funny or IGN. And I'm doing the Greg thing where I'm walking around and I'm talking, and like there was nobody working the sound thing, so I was way too loud, and people were like, I'm like, oh, they're too loud. No, I can't not be loud. So that's, you know what I mean? It was like, wow, this is not going on. Whereas like today, if any of that happened, like I'm not gonna tell a cancer story, but if any of it went, like the mic doesn't work or this doesn't happen, I was like, who the hell cares?
Yeah.
Not to mention, I was thinking when you were talking about it, you know what would be a funny bit tonight to do, Andy? Bring a box cutter and not have a razor blade in it, but act like I cut myself.
No, don't do that bit.
I'm just saying that would be another
dark hole
If
of Greg
something
Miller's
went
head.
wrong, if something went wrong, and I needed to have an out, you know what I mean?
To kill yourself?
No, it's a fake. It's a fake out. It's a prank.
Comedy.
I'm a prank comedian.
Yeah,
Right?
the gimmicky stuff, it's always hard because we were talking about the guitar and all that. But originally my plan was to do some gimmicky shit where I was going to tell the snowboarding story and how the kid, I still to this day think that he's coming to chase me down and like give a bunch of joke answers and be like, so to this day I don't answer unknown numbers just in case it's him. Then I was going to tell a bunch of other jokes.
Oh,
At my end, I was going to have Gia call me and then look at him and be like, unknown number, not today, dude. Not today. Thank you guys. It would have been fun, but it's like rolling the dice.
Yeah, that could go.
It could go.
If you get there and that's not the way it should be going,
Yeah.
it's just like that's not how it's.
my phone's
Especially,
just ringing.
especially if nobody cares at the end.
Yeah.
So there, kind of similar to that. When I was in a band, right, in high school. Well, a little bit out of high school. We had two different ways to end a set. Like we would just end the set if things weren't going very good, or the note ended with an E major, so like don 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 don, and we would end right there if it was going bad. But if it was going good, if the set was good, and if the crowd was really into
Feeling
it,
it,
we would end with don 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 don, and we'd be like, hey, thank you for coming out. You
talk over it while you jam.
Yeah, and then it would dun, and then it would end, right? And we would feel that out during the set, and so there would be times where we'd be looking at the crowd, and I would just look at Maui, my drummer. I'd be like, so we would just end the song.
Your drummer's name is Maui?
If the Mauro, but we call him Mauro. Nobody could pronounce Mauro.
Mauro.
They'd say Mauro.
Fucking Greg.
They'd say Mauro or whatever.
Did I crush it?
I don't think so.
Oh,
No, he nailed it. He totally nailed it. Yeah.
Mauro.
No, now he.
Yeah, that's
Say it again.
that's definitely better. It's spelled M-A. It's not that people couldn't really pronounce it. They would read it incorrectly.
Sure.
So it's M-A-U-R-O. People go Mauro. It's like, no,
yeah.
it's Mauro.
Mauro.
Just call him Maui is what we would do.
That's cool.
So
Maui's a
there'd be
great
times
nickname.
where, the crowd's really into it. Fuck yeah, this is great. I look at Maui. Let's do it. Dun. Like, thanks for coming out, guys. We had a great show. Stick around for about. We got merch in the back. Have a good night. Dun. And then like, yeah, it was like we would do the same shit, but it was that sort of interesting thing of like, this is going really
feel it out,
badly.
yeah.
Did you
Let's
ever fuck it
fucking
up
end.
though? Like, did one of you start going in?
Oh, no.
It's just like, thank you, and then the music just stops for coming out. I'll see you later.
No, we always knew to like, all right, this is what we would all kind of like look at each other and give each other signals or whatever. But yeah, it's that same sort of vibe of like, yeah, we had this cool outro, but if people don't give a shit about the intro or the middle, like the outros, who gives a shit about it, you know? Yeah.
So how? First off, what kind of merch did you have? You got cool T-shirts?
T-shirts.
Can I get a T-shirt? Or do you still have T-shirts?
No, we don't have T-shirts
Yeah,
anymore,
pop
man.
sockets.
I was telling Tim and Nick about where somebody's telling a story about how there was a vehicle that said like, please don't tow my car. Where
I don't think I was part of this.
No, you were in the car. You were, because we started talking about how it would be a funny episode of an animated show. But I think, oh, you know what? It's out here in front of the house that
Will
you
never
can't
be built.
Yeah, the one that like had the area where don't park here anymore or don't park for this amount of time, but they've surpassed that amount of time, but they still really don't want you to park there.
Yeah.
So apparently, like, there was a vehicle there that was like, please don't tow my car or some shit like that. So it reminded me of.
Was it? Did they put up a sign in their car that said, "Please don't tow my car because the signs have expired. Don't listen to the signs."
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So we one time our van van shut down and it was like 20 something degrees in Dallas, and
It's like
so
some rock band shit right here.
it was every time we did that there was always a problem with the van or the trailer or something fucked up. And so the van was fucked up, so was the trailer or whatever, and we had to stop. And a buddy of ours who lived in Dallas, his parents lived in Dallas. He was like, "Oh, my parents actually live like a couple blocks away from you. Just go stay with them." So it was like really lucky or whatever. But our van shut down, and we were in a spot where it's like a vehicle could tow us if they wanted to, but we just can't do anything about this.
Right.
So we put up a sign that was like, "Please don't tow us. We are very poor. We're on a small like Texas tour, and it's gone very badly. Please don't tow us." So eventually, we had a tow guy go out several days later once we found what we needed to fix the van.
Wait, so were you like stranded in Dallas?
Yeah, for a couple days.
Wow.
Yeah. And we gave him a T-shirt, and it's like the band name was Ambolina, and the shirt said "Ambolina was great last night." So there's a picture of
That's
him,
cool.
like there's a picture of him on my Facebook page, like holding up the shirt like that. It's so stupid.
There is nothing I enjoy
awesome,
more than
yeah.
the fact that you were in a band that would tour around Texas. Like, I guess that
Yeah.
might be to the musically inclined. That's probably just a normal thing
Sure.
people do.
That's yeah. I was gonna drive in. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like little regional tours or whatever,
Yeah.
because that's where most of the fans were. Like whenever we would add people on MySpace, we would always go, "All right, add him here, add him here, add him here," and because I was the only one who cared.
Wait, what do you mean? Adam here, Adam here. Adam
Add
here?
friends from this city, add friends from Denton, add friends from
Okay.
Dallas, from San Marcos or whatever. And so we would add people from the band account. Well, I would. And I would always add them, and I was always the one comment. Like, God, it was so annoying because I did fucking everything on that goddamn MySpace page. And yeah, so we would play like a show in a really nice part of Dallas, and then we played a show in like fucking, I don't know, Sugarland, or I don't know what. There's a lot of weird cities that are like kind of like hole in the
Candy
wall.
Andy and
Yeah.
Sugarland. Let's
Yeah,
go.
and actually that country band
Sugarland.
that is that where the member is a fan of Kind of Funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the singer in that band, I met him on one of our first tours back in like 2007 ish,
Okay.
where both of our bands were on tour, and we were just like playing with some random band, and we looked at their MySpace page, and they had like so many fucking friends, right, on MySpace. Like over 100,000, something crazy like that. I think we had like 10,000 or something. And they were like big in the MySpace scene or whatever. And so that's where he and I became friends. And we've been friends ever since. And he's been always trying to have this music career going. And he's super talented, super ripped. God, this dude's jacked.
Fucking jacked.
Well, then now he's
Great head of hair.
he's now in a country band, which is really weird, because the bass player is a fan of Kind of Funny. And so one time he saw like his singer and Andy from Kind of Funny interact. He was like, "How the fuck do you guys know each other?" And it was just weird. Like, dude, I had no idea that you guys. It's like such a weird.
Joey and I are
Small
dead
world.
serious about going to Nashville to see him play.
They're really good.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
totally.
And I'm totally not into like that pop country stuff, but like they're really talented. Yeah.
So here's my question for you: how many shows do you think you performed as your band Ambiance?
Ambiance. I don't know, man. Like over like I don't know. I'd say maybe close to 80, 75, maybe 100 around there.
As you were doing that, I was like, I have no idea. Is it going to be over?
I know.
100?
Is it going to be?
Is it going to be over 10? Is it like,
Well,
where are we going?
Yeah, like I mean, we played several local shows. Like we would always like do the local shows or whatever. But yeah, when we did like the small little Texas tours, it would be like a show in Austin. No, not like San Antonio, San Marcos, and then we would drive over here, and then we'd come back. Our home base was like San Marcos because that's where some friends of ours let us stay. So like we'd go 3 hours to Fort Worth. And we'd go back to San Marcos, and then 3 hours this way, and come back. You know, yeah.
What when you were doing it, were you thinking this would be your life, that you were going to be like?
Oh yeah,
the band was going to make it. And stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I skipped my first year of college.
Yeah,
thinking that it was going to go somewhere. Yeah, we recorded an album in New Jersey. The people that owned the record, we've
talked, I think, on your debut, or we did some kind of podcast, but I want to bring everybody up to speed.
You can still find that song somewhere, right?
I mean, we have the songs up on like. We still have our MySpace page up, but I put up a SoundCloud with like kind of everything that most of everything that we've done. But yeah, we recorded an album in Jersey, and like the guy who ran the album, who ran the studio, that studio's had fucking Dave Matthews Band record there, and Taking Back Sunday, and like very, very popular. They're called Water Music. I don't even know if they're still around now with the way the music industry's kind of gone. But yeah, they're like, guys, you're on the fucking right track. You just gotta, and so we're like, all right, we're all gung ho about this like little music career. And I didn't mind taking a year off of college because I had taken so many classes in high school. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be the absolute like fucking trajectory that my life was taking.
And then Andy went solo.
And then the band just didn't really get along. Like it was like we had problems with a member. And so the rest of us moved to Austin, and we're trying to reboot up something else there while we were still going to school.
What was that called?
Fuck. One of them was The Social Legend.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Unleash the Legend was the subtitle.
And it was like, but that was like a band that was named after, like my friend Steve's band was called that, and then he didn't want to be in it. So then, but the drummer was like, hey, we can keep the name. Like, I'm still the member. So like, we're like, all right.
Musicians.
So we were talking to Nick, and yeah, it was like Social Legend. I forgot what the other name could have been. But yeah. And then so in Austin, we were like writing songs and trying to like rehearse and write, and it was just way too much with work, especially.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when you're still, before you moved to Austin, you're doing the band, you think you're going to make all this stuff. Who's booking the shows? Are you doing that? Or is there one of you guys? Or is it everybody?
There were like a few main promoters down there that one of them we were really good friends with, and a few others in neighboring cities that are like 30 minutes away. So it's not a huge drive, but there are people that, they just contact us on MySpace or email or whatever, and hey, you want to play the show? We're doing this benefit thing or whatever. Yeah, so we were the first band that I was in. Like we played every show that we were offered.
Yeah.
And it was just like overkill. The first show that we did was like, the first few shows were really big for a band of our size and of that newness, where like, I don't know, there'd be like 60 people in the crowd in a small little VFW. It's like, this is fucking awesome. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But then it just like became overkill, and we just like too much of a good thing sort of thing, where we kept playing shows and less people stopped coming out. And by the time you knew it, we were playing shows in like at this fucking bar with like 6 people in the crowd. Not even like just kind of sitting there, you know?
Yeah, that's where I wanted to go with the questioning. Was it's something I think about a lot when we go see Nick perform, or like, you know, Jen and I went to a jazz club this past weekend, and that people were into it there. They obviously are at a jazz club, you're there. But it seems like there's so many times you'll see a live performance where somebody's up there. I know this is their dream, and you know, in the same way we get up and do Kind of Funny, or Kind of Funny Live, or you know, just this or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, they're up there living their dream, doing this thing. I know the hours of practice, the work it took to get it, but like people are like yelling, they're having a conversation. They're clearly not there for that.
For the music.
What does that do to your psyche when you're on stage and that's happening? Are you cognizant of that, or you're like, I'm still
you're absolutely cognizant, because there are other bands playing, and you sometimes just see people talking over them.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when I joined this, when we made that second band, that's when it was like, all right, we are going to be a little bit more selective. Let's play a show maybe once a month. Let's make it more of a
it's an event.
Instead of like twice every weekend where we would go to we would play a show here on Friday, then we would drive over here on Saturday. Maybe the next week we'd play on a Thursday, but then the following week it'd be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, like, yeah, we wanted to make it more of like a thing that people wanted to come out for, to where I don't get to see this band often. I want to see them live. And maybe like, and then we would release a new song on MySpace and it'd be like, oh, I want to hear them play that new song they released. So like that, we kept on trying to like draw in people that way.
Gotcha.
And it was like a lot better structured, I feel, where the first band was just, let's fucking play every show that we're asked to play.
At the height of your powers, how many fans are paying attention to ambiance?
Ambelina.
Oh, my apologies.
I don't know. I feel like there was this one contest to be able to play Warped Tour in San Antonio,
Jesus, can you imagine?
where you had to get votes,
and you had to be a punk band.
kind of, yeah.
No, don't. No, you know this is a long-standing thing. The Warped Tour is not punk.
It was, yeah.
It was a long time ago. It is not anymore. Nor was it when you were talking about it with Blink-182 and shit.
I mean, that's still
That is not punk.
It's pop punk.
Well, we asked Jeff Ramsey this question. He agreed with me.
Yeah, but of course he's gonna say that. He's like the fucking elder statesman of punk.
I accept your apologies.
So I think we won this contest, but like we had the most votes, but we still didn't win.
Okay.
Which is weird. It was one of those contests where we're like, oh my God, we're winning. Like, this is crazy. We're going to like play Warped Tour San Antonio. And then the contest ended and we had the most votes, but the
judges still got
fourth
to
most
decide.
band still picked. Yeah.
Oh, weird. That's weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
There's a lot of fuckery. Tone Deaf got fucked with that as well, where he was supposed to, like, he won this contest by a landslide because he had the engaged audience that would fucking vote every day and all that shit. And he got to perform at Lollapalooza, which was a huge deal in Chicago, where he lived there for a long time. So he was like super stoked about it. They flew him out and all this shit, and like he was supposed to be one of the main guys on a certain stage. And they ended up like demoting him to like this weird back room.
Oh,
and it's like, so then all of his fans were at the main stage waiting.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
And then he was just performing to a bunch of people that could not give a fuck less. And it's like, that
sucks.
And then it was sponsored by Gibson Guitars. And he was supposed to get like $7,000 worth of guitar equipment and like, or at least audio equipment.
And now they're bankrupt.
But it was like even back then, and they're like, oh, sorry, we can't come through with what we said we were going to. And if you read the fine print, like
we can pull out anytime.
We can pull out anytime. It's like, or not.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there was this. Our band is named after a character in the Coheed and Cambria universe.
Thumbelina.
But we don't really sound like Coheed.
Yeah.
And so we played a show where a lot of Coheed fans showed up because I was adding people from that city, and sure enough, like a lot of Coheed fans showed up, and they're all like we just talked about Coheed the entire like pre-show or whatever. And in the back of my mind, I was like, "Fuck, we don't sound anything like Coheed." Like, but no, they were there because they wanted, like, they heard our music and they liked us. It wasn't
awesome.
It wasn't like is this a Coheed cover band or some shit? And while we were warming up, I played a few Coheed riffs, and I was like, "Fuck, they're gonna be really bummed when we don't sound anything like Coheed and Cambria." But no, they were there because they liked the way we sounded and they wanted to like watch us or whatever.
When you think of your best show, what do you think of?
Besides Kind of Funny.
I was gonna say Kind of Funny Live 3. When
he was really good.
Yeah. I'd say there were a few shows we played at like the local community college where like they had a nice stage and a really nice sound set where it was like too nice at some moment, like because we're used to just playing on the floor, shitty PAs or whatever. And then there are sometimes where you get on stage and be like, fuck, like these people, like,
do I belong here?
Yeah, these people have like a really good setup, and there were enough people around there that knew the songs and would sing along to the parts that we'd hope that they would sing along to. Because that was always nerve-wracking when you'd have the lyrics and it's like, and you'd look at the crowd and be like, fuck, nobody's doing the thing that I thought they were gonna do. Like, we wrote this lyric for the intention for the crowd to sort of
swell
like,
behind it.
Some of the lyrics might be like we had a few lyrics where we did a literal like crowd chant where it was like 8 of us yelling into a microphone, clearly indicating, hey crowd, when we get to this, we want you to, and there are some parts where they didn't do that. And there were some parts where they did. There were some shows where they were super into it, and that was always awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have such a weird memory when it comes to like thinking of certain shows. We opened like for bands that were fairly big at the time, and some went great and some didn't, but it was still cool to like open up for. There was this band called Boys Like Girls, and they were really big at the time, and their manager was like a fucking dick, and he wanted to, They had a throw it away, forget yesterday. You never heard of that?
Avril
Okay.
Lavigne?
No. Great Escape. Thank you, Joey.
Did you ever play, or are you familiar with the band called Whole Wheat Bread?
No.
Because if I remember
Wheat
correctly,
Bread.
they were from the Texas area.
The RGV.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't remember the details of this, but they were really big on MySpace, and it was an all-black group that did punk music, or pop punk music, and that was a novelty.
Yeah.
And I remember being super into them, and like I can just imagine you opening shows for like that.
No, unfortunately, no. But yeah, I don't know. I have such a hard memory, like pinpointing certain shows and which ones were great. And
Was
which
that the
ones
end of the
weren't.
story where the manager for whatever the fuck was mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just one of those examples where it's like, oh, we're playing for this band. This is
gonna be
cool.
great.
And then like we're 2 songs away from ending the set, and he's looking at us and he's like, and it's like, fuck you, dude. Like we're. What do you mean? We have time to keep going, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, those are just like those little select memories that kind of like bum you out or whatever.
Do you miss it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like my favorite times where my buddy JP, his mom had like a dialysis clinic or something like that, and she let us practice in her office. She had like a big building, and so all of our equipment was just sort of like tucked away so she could do work or whatever. And my favorite times are like Friday night. Let's go to the office.
Just jam.
Bring out all the instruments. Let's either rehearse or write new shit, or bring the fucking GameCube. Let's do some Double Dash and some Smash Bros. And then we'll go back to writing and record. Like those are like the fun, like some of the funnest, most fondest memories that I've ever had. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nothing
awesome,
better
dude.
than a little smash and dash.
Dude, exactly. Yeah,
That's the combo.
exactly.
Did you just come up with that? Because that's real good.
No, that's what we used to call it back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Kevin, your nerves better yet?
Oh no. No, I'm fucked.
You're gonna do fine.
I know, and I like. There's no reason why I should be this nervous,
Just
and
get
I
out of the way,
realize that. Yeah, I mean that's just gonna happen. I hope that I don't go up there and
Pull the Band-Aid off.
yeah.
I didn't realize I did kind of get that that sense of shock in your body. You know, like the feeling when you walk into class and the teacher's like, "Hey, turn in your essays," and you're like, "Fuck, what essay
yeah.
are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?" When you said there's gonna be a lot of RT fans there, they probably don't give a shit about us, and I was like, "Fuck."
Oh no.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Really
fine
got
with
me
all
worried.
those people. I just hate that you invited everyone. I hate you so much.
I promise
Burke's
Kevin,
gonna laugh.
I promise Kevin that there's no jokes about Kevin in my
Which I'm
set.
shocked.
There is a joke about James Burke.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm ending on it, and I'm getting in that motherfucker.
Good. Somebody's got to take him down.
Someone
I'm
has to
glad
take him
it's-
down.
Let's take a break right here to tell you about our sponsors. Today, the Game Over Greggy show is brought to you by Omaha Steaks. I don't know how many times I got to tell you about Omaha Steaks. As we pointed out last week with Anna Sale, we talked about Father's Day is coming up soon. Omaha Steaks has this Father's Day deal that I'll get to that has, gives you like, what is it? 70 some odd % off? What is it? It's 78% off for this Father's Day thing. But what I can also tell you is that Memorial Day just came and went. We barbecued all our Omaha Steaks there. It was great.
Not a mistake.
Joey, how was it? Remember yesterday when we did the barbecue? And you're in the middle of an ad read. Omaha Steaks. Did you enjoy the
110.50,
meat?
Joey.
They were really good.
Right?
Yeah,
Omaha
and I don't
Steaks is
even like
awesome.
steak.
They ship it all to you. It's amazing. Omaha Steaks delivers hand trimmed, flash frozen, and vacuum sealed meats directly to your door in an Omaha Steaks cooler.
But Greg, what comes in the package? I'm
you'd
dying
like to know? You get. Well, hang on. Right now, Omaha Steaks is giving a limited time offer to my listeners for Father's Day. At 78% off, this is really an amazing deal. Go to omahasteaks.com, type Greggy in the search bar, and you can get this Omaha Steaks Father's Day package. That includes 2 tender filet mignons, 2 beefy top sirloins, 4 chicken fried steaks, 2 boneless pork chops, 4 all beef Omaha steak burgers, 4 jumbo franks, 12 ounces of all beef meatballs, 1 pound of steakhouse fries, 4 caramel apple tartlets, 1 Omaha steak seasoning packet, plus you can get 4 more Omaha steak burgers for free with purchase. Again, this is a limited time package for $49.99. When you go to omahasteaks.com and type in Greggy in the search bar, you'll get that Father's Day package added to your cart. Don't wait. This offer ends soon. Go to omahasteaks.com, type Greggy in the search bar, get your dad to fire up the grill.
Last time we did that ad read, Kevin
Yeah.
was over there, and I was counting along with each of the
Yeah.
things, and I was killing it. And then you say 12, and there's just a moment of
can
panic
see him in
where
his-
I was like, I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
But this time it was like I can throw up the 10, and he threw up the 2, and I thought we
I
communicated
thought
that.
I was gonna do the 10.
But then Kevin goes,
No, I went 10, immediately go to 2, and then I was like, what the fuck's this hand doing?
4. As a reminder, of course, they don't check if you're sending this to your father, so you can get all this meat for yourself. Yeah, what do you got for me?
Now, I think the ad's over, right? So I can talk. The 4 chicken fried steaks. Have you guys tried those?
No, we have them in the freezer, but I haven't done them.
No, we don't have them in the freezer. I took them all
Oh.
home. And oh boy, do I
they
love
good?
them. Oh,
Yeah.
they're great.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. All right. It's just like the LaCroix that you told me was the best LaCroix, but you took them all home already. I don't even know.
Yeah.
We're also brought to you by Stamps.com. These days, you can get practically everything on demand, like our podcast. Listen whenever you want, and it's convenient for you. So why are you still taking trips to the post office to mail letters and packages when you can get postage on demand with Stamps.com? With Stamps.com, you can access all the amazing services of the post office right from your desk 24/7 when it's convenient for you. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package using your own computer and printer, and the mail carrier just picks it up. Just click print, mail, and you're done. It could not be easier. Joey, last time I did this, I yelled at you to go sign us up for it. Did you?
No.
Joey, I gave you my credit card for this specific purpose.
I know.
You're lucky you're running the show now. Otherwise, I'd order you to go do it again.
Okay.
Probably wouldn't then. Right now, you can sign up, though. Use the Greggy code for this special offer. It includes up to $55 of free postage, a digital scale, and a 4-week trial. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the radio microphone at the top of the homepage and type Greggy. That's Stamps.com. Enter Greggy. Don't enter me. You know what I mean. Enter the code.
Yeah.
It's weird otherwise.
I was going to mention something before.
Go ahead.
Ad read. I can't remember it though, Greg.
Think hard. What do you got? What do you
Dang, dude.
Is it about you guys playing games in the RGV?
No, man. Well, we talked about that earlier already.
You don't play games in the RGV.
We don't.
No, you
We don't play games. Man, I can't think of it. Hopefully, it comes to me.
It's gone forever. Just let it go.
Tim, what's new with you?
Nothing much. Nothing much. You know, I was just in New Orleans.
Oh,
For
right.
a bachelor party.
How did that go?
It was great. It was
Yeah?
great. A couple bad moments, including we were trying to take. It was my best friend Curran's bachelor party, and we were going to take him. He's really into cars. He's one of those guys. You know what I mean? And we're like, we're going to take you to drive a Lambo.
Oh,
He has to ride around this little racetrack going 130 miles.
now
an
you
hour.
did post a picture on Instagram next
Don't
to
spoil
Lambo,
it. Don't
right?
spoil it. Don't spoil
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't drive it.
Huh?
He's not driving.
it.
he was next.
Oh, yeah. No. He was going to drive it.
All right, let's see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
he was
goes
gonna
bad.
drive
What
it.
happens?
And then so there's this whole training course they had to do and all this stuff. And we get on the course and we're just waiting to watch him. And his car pulls up, and like right as he's pulling up, it's just like you see just a wall of rain coming towards us. And I've never experienced this before, and especially because it was a racetrack. Like it was so defined, you just see the line coming towards you.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, this is nuts. And then thunder in a way. I've never been to New Orleans. Thunderstorms. I'm a little city boy. San Francisco. I don't know.
Yeah,
Nothing
you don't.
about
You've
this
never even
shit.
been just to the middle of the country, right?
It, like when you look at when you're reading a comic book and it's like cow. I'm like, oh, that's where this all comes from.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we saw the lightning striking around, and it's like, it's the one Mississippi.
You ever
two
watch like a movie?
Mississippi.
Or?
What's up?
You ever watch like a
But
movie?
you never in Texas. You've never experienced this.
No, I experienced it,
Yeah,
but
all right.
this whole other level. It
yeah.
was insane. And like the one Mississippi to see how far it was.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't even say one Mississippi. And I'm like,
It's
this thing-
here!
This
It's
is
here!
near us, man. And we're freaking out. And like everyone's making fun of us because we were all freaking out. And I was just like, we are 1 second away from Immigrant Song playing and fucking Thor coming from the skies right now. Like, but anyway, he got rained out, so he couldn't do it. So it's just
Oh, that
like,
sucks.
we wasted like half a day for this super cool thing. But I got my picture.
You did. That was a good
I
photo.
You did it for the
appreciate
gram.
that.
You did it for the gram.
Yeah,
great
New
photo.
Orleans, very interesting place.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if a lot of people are going to agree with my assessment of it,
Here we
but
go.
I often complain about how Philadelphia is my least favorite place I've been.
Uh-huh.
New Orleans might have beat that.
Wow. I love New Orleans.
Yeah.
I went there
Really like
for
it.
New Year's.
Cool Greg is there for WrestleMania.
2017.
I mean, it
2016
might have just been the time that I went. It might have just been
Well, yeah,
the,
so
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
exactly.
wait,
I'm sorry.
what's your
What are
gripe?
your
the
reasonings
reasons
for not liking
it include
Jazz.
it was like 100 degrees
Yeah, it's hot as hell.
and
there.
pouring rain simultaneously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
like this. Even when it wasn't raining, it felt nasty.
Humidity.
It smelled
Humidity.
so bad everywhere, no matter where you went. And it's like, oh, it smells like horse shit over here. It smells like vomit over there. That's great.
Bourbon Street.
And it wasn't just
Bourbon
Bourbon Street. Well, Bourbon Street was the vomit. But
Hey, man, when in
but even
Rome.
when we didn't just stick to that. Like we went, there was some other street. I forgot what it was called, like Flower Street or something. And it's kind of like in Austin how there's 6th Street and then Rainy,
Yeah.
where it's like the kind of classier, like a little nicer
Hey,
version.
we want to get fucked up, but not puke in the street.
Exactly. And even there, it was like, it's this whole thing where I'm just like, I'm just not feeling this vibe. I'm just way too prissy for it. Like, that's
Okay.
what I've realized.
Okay.
I'm a prissy little boy.
Sure.
And I like things a certain way. And that's just not the way that I like them. I like to
Okay.
be comfortable going outside, not feeling
Melting.
every type of bad.
Were you doing the fashion over function shit? Were you wearing jeans? I saw you wearing Letterman jackets.
Yeah, you guys
and
were
crap,
wearing
right?
Letterman
That was
jackets,
for the
right?
picture.
Okay.
A lot of my friends kept wearing them because they're crazy. Yeah, I just wore that for the picture. Hell no, I couldn't. It was function over fashion for one of the very first
Wow.
Washington Gettys.
Okay.
But yeah, we had a blast though, and there was a lot of cool things. The food obviously was great.
Amazing, yeah. Where's the best place you ate?
Best place we ate. We went to the steakhouse that was unreal.
Yeah.
And they had all the like fun, like appetizers were all the different type of like the jambalaya and like the shrimp and the crawfish and all that stuff. Beignets, dope as fuck, obviously. Cafe du Nord, I think is the name of the place. We
The fancy one, yeah.
I mean, we did all the things. You know what I mean?
You didn't do occasion encounter though.
We didn't do the swamp tour, so that is the one thing we didn't do. A couple of us did, but like it was like the last day, and we're all like, we're so worn out, and it's just like a big group of us like, let's go watch Solo. So we did that. We got to sit in what they call IMAX theater. Going to this theater, let me tell you what, guys, it felt like going back in time.
Sure.
I'm here, and I'm just like, it felt like it was 2002, and I was walking into a theater to watch
Was it hot
Too
in the
Fast,
theater?
Too Furious. So hot.
Fuck, that's
So
awful.
hot.
That's
I'm
not
out.
good. That's not
Yeah,
good.
can't do it.
But it's just like the way everything was set up and the way that
Those
people were
stupid, like,
talking to you
bucket
and
seats?
serving you. Yeah, it was just so,
Not even
it was
theater
bizarre. It was bizarre. Yeah, man. I don't know. And the
Stadium
IMAX was
seating.
like smaller than the XD we have.
No.
So I was like, this is an issue to me, but whatever. I'll deal with it. And then we watched Solo, and it was whatever. But yeah, we had a good time. A lot of strip club shenanigans.
Oh!
Those were a lot of fun. We did 3 of them.
Wow,
We did
Seems like a lot.
one of the nights was really bad, really bad. And you know it's bad when the strippers aren't dancing, they're just talking to you. Like, it's cool if they talk every once in a while, but when it's literally just them being like, so what'd you guys eat for breakfast? It's like, oh, here we are. Thursday
strip
nights,
clubs
you know
too?
what I mean? Huh?
Was it hot in the strip clubs?
They did a pretty good job of keeping
ventilating.
Thank God.
ventilating.
Thank
Yeah.
It's good to get some airflow in those.
Night 2, shout out to that strip club. Don't remember the name. I think it was Rick's. But it was dope.
I
really
hope the
dope.
name was Night 2.
like
Night 2 sounds like a cool name.
But it was one of the Night 2 would be a good
Yeah.
name for a strip club. But no, it was great. Like the great experience for everybody. Like it was just
Family fun all around.
okay. So family fun for everyone. But taking a step back from this, there was one thing I didn't like about New Orleans is it felt pushy everywhere we went. Like, you know, when you go to Vegas or Pier 39, like the touristy places, and it's just like, hey, want to see a magic show? Want to see a magic show? You want to buy a mixtape? You want to do that? It's like, hey, whoa, like leave me alone. Everywhere we went was like that. Even when we got further into the city, it was always just like, hey, you got a big group of people. You want to get a private room here? You want to do this? It's like, no, dude, just leave us alone. Like we'll go to you if we need it.
Sure.
And I just always felt like I was getting swindled, you know?
Yeah.
So I didn't appreciate that. But this place was great, and they didn't do that. So I was like, cool, thank you guys for like being awesome. Had a great time there. And then the third night, we decided
Stole all of our wallets.
There was a place called Hunk Oasis. It was a male strip club.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what, guys? Let's fucking go, boys. Let's just fucking see what's
Was
up.
this planned out or was it a spur of the
No, it was
moment?
all spur of the moment. It
Got
was just like, let's just see what's going down here. And it was a fucking magical experience. Like, let me tell you
How
what.
these dicks look.
If you have, I mean, it wasn't full nudity.
Oh,
it was
lame.
tame as fuck. I mean, like, really, it's like one of those things where it's like, because I don't want to speak for everybody, because a lot of people have different opinions about things.
Sure.
But consensus among at least my female and gay friends is they don't want to see dick.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm sure there's people out there that do. But at the consensus,
If I'm
among
going to Hunt Club, I want this thing poking me in the
Hunk
eye.
Oasis.
Jesus.
Hunk Oasis.
I'm
Hey,
expecting
eye.
there to
That's
be
your
a porn
big
star
eye.
planted in the show, in the seats. You don't know who she is. But suddenly she just like, she starts getting banged. You're like, that's the porn star. And they're playing da-dun, 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 you know? Dancing bear, man. Dancing bear.
Dancing fucking bear, dude. But no, what was special about the experience, and I highly
Dancing
recommend it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They'll write a book about it one day. And you can read it then. There was the magic of it is it's a much cleaner experience. It's a much more produced experience. The stage has fucking moving lights and like there's a lot of pizzazz going on. Everything looks a lot cleaner. And most importantly, everything's choreographed. Those guys give a fuck, man. They're putting on a show. It felt like Magic Mike. And I'm like, this is dope as fuck. They're going for it. They're doing it. But the most fun thing is it's literally just 200 girls in bachelorette parties that are there, that are hanging out. And I'm just like, all these people are here to have a good time. A lot of that. They're just here to have a good time. It's not this awkward, like, cool guy shit that's like creepy.
Greg's
and fucking
Googling
weird.
dancing bear.
The first thing that took me to the Dancing Bear subreddit. This subreddit is for the Dancing Bear videos / pictures for all to see. I've been noticing a lot of attention from the variety of Dancing Bear video gifs. So I feel we should put it all together in one place.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not compile them all?
Oh,
Yeah.
Good
okay,
lord.
all right.
Yeah, Dancing Bears, it's intense, man.
Yeah.
It's
Not
real.
what I thought it
But
would
it's
be.
always, if you watch.
Is there a bear? No.
He's in
Yeah,
a bear
yeah.
head.
Yeah, he has like
Oh.
a like he'll come out in the full thing. Yeah, but the thing is, if you watch
doesn't
these
stay in it
videos,
very
if you
long,
watch
huh?
these videos, they play the same song in every.
Is it the nerd thing? And just okay. So now I've seen 3 gifts now on r /
get it?
Dancing Bear. Is that he goes to a bachelorette party and comes on people's faces?
Yes, for the most part.
He's full on fucking this woman.
For the most,
fucking that
so
woman
for
too.
the most part,
It's a lot of blowjobs.
a lot of girls are given a lot of blowies
Why
around
are
the
we
whole
not
place.
seeing the bear thing at all? It's
don't
just a dude in all these.
Well,
People
because they get the
He
money
ends up
shot.
as-
Yeah, he takes off the fucking thing. But
Fucking damn, what is this show?
at the very, very beginning, Greg, that's where there's a lot of blowies going around. But then a woman comes up and she's giving a blowy and she looks different. She looks different than all the other girls, right? And then like she's suddenly on her back and he's maybe doing stuff to her and it's like, oh, he's touching her way more than he's touching the other girls. And then she's getting banged by the dude and it's like, that's the porn star.
Yeah.
So there's always a porn star that they plant in the crowd
To get everyone else
that
going.
gets
Okay.
banged by the
I feel
dude.
like we've seen like
okay.
9 videos at that point. None of them had any bear stuff.
Okay. So now I know that I just don't watch a lot of porn.
Sure.
Are the women giving him the blowjobs aren't porn stars? They're just like women who showed up?
It's women in bachelorette
Yeah,
parties.
a lot of them are
Is
just
this something that happens at bachelorette parties where
I mean,
people
yeah,
give
I mean,
fellatio to
well, that's
other
the
men?
thing is like think about it with bachelor parties. Is like do guys fuck on bachelor parties? You'd hope not, but yeah, like if you're with the wrong crowds, bad shit happens.
And they film it and put it on Reddit?
Tim,
Not
I
red.
I mean, now, here's the
recently-
thing. I'm sure a lot
dancingbear.com.
of this is not real. It's porn, right? Like a lot of it is.
I feel like no, it is a real thing.
Oh,
I
there's
know-
the bear. There's the
Okay,
bear
we finally
head.
found the bear head.
Oh,
no, and no,
man.
but
Oh man.
no, but here's why I know it's a real thing
Oh,
because
oh,
I was
God.
listening to the Levitard show and they mentioned how there was a sports guy who was getting sued by blah blah blah, and he had I don't know what exactly the guy did, but he had some ties to either drugs and he also had this other
Mr.
side
Bear.
business in Miami, but also he was a dancer for Dancing Bear, which is a male striptease thing. And I was like, oh, so it is very real.
service.
Because a lot of the girls are just like normal Joes. They don't look like supermodels. They're
Josephines.
They're
Jans.
Josephines. They're just giving blowies at left and right. But then you
That's
see the
not.
one.
Is that doesn't
No,
sound
no,
like
no,
a
no.
normal thing?
Greg, I recently planned and executed a bachelorette
How
party.
many blowies did you give?
0 blowies were given by anyone.
we
In
didn't
fact,
contact Dancing Bear.
We had a stripper,
Yeah, you fucked up,
and
Kevin.
he didn't even pull out his penis. We had 2
That's what I'm
strippers.
telling you. That's
No
not,
penis.
I mean, it
Hey,
is a thing, but it's
look.
not. That's not like a common thing. I'd say that is like the 5%. Of
I was
situation.
I was instructed by several of the women at the bachelorette party to make sure that they knew not to put their junk near their faces.
That's the thing. There's rules. There's
And
everyone
when
has
I
a couple
talked to them, they were
levels.
like, "Oh, of course we would never do that." And I was like, "Well, hold on a second.
What
I
if
think
I
we're
want?
paying to see your junk." But they were young. You know, they didn't know any better.
You just didn't get Dancing Bear is the problem.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sure,
Next time,
sure,
There's
sure.
always Dancing
I
Bear.
gotta tell you though,
Like
this is
it
really
can't be that
sad.
there's one plant porn star. They all have to be porn stars, or like not even stars. They
dude.
have to be.
No, that's the thing
What?
though. Is like I
I'm on
guarantee.
his.
I don't
no,
think that-
no.
okay,
I think
I don't-
all the people giving blowies are porn stars.
I don't.
Or no,
Thank you,
I don't
thank
know.
you. Porn actresses.
Porn actresses. Yeah. I don't think we
think
call
so.
them stars.
Dude,
No.
I think it's a mix.
I think it's a mix.
There are the videos that it's obvious they all are. Then there's some videos that I'm like,
It's like this woman works at fucking Geico Insurance during the
yeah, it's like
daytime.
you guys
Yeah.
are not doing this professionally or amateurly.
Do you think
doing
waivers were
this.
signed at the end?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or probably the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
I tell you what,
This world, man.
Yeah.
and I'll tell you something else too.
What are you gonna tell me, Greg?
As somebody who doesn't watch a lot of the pornography right now, I'm legit sick to my stomach at the amount of cum and where it was. It was all over this. These people,
Sure
You know,
was.
this is gross coming out of their mouths and shit.
I was actually
Yeah.
disturbed on how many he kept going. Like we
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
That's what it was. But he
Yeah.
kept going.
I want this clear. Not the experience I had. at all. Far from it.
I'm sorry.
It was good.
We've drifted from the original point.
Totally good, clean fun. And it's just like, I feel like there's a lot of people that there's like a fear of that, of the unknown. And it's like, if you've ever actually been to a gay club, it's just like, oh, it's just a more fun club. Right? And strip clubs, same experience. I'm like, oh, so it's more fun and polished and less like fucking it's less gross.
So yeah, okay. I've never been to a male strip club. So are they the same way of, hey, what are you guys doing? Do you want a private dance? Do you want this thing? Blah blah blah.
They are, but it's way more respectful and not pushy.
Hey, bro.
Like it's that you're able to just be like, nah, not interested, and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
Like for us, they left us alone. We're like, no, and they're like, okay.
And that was my next question then too. Like, were you're there not to make fun of it? Obviously, you're there for the shenanigans of it. So like, were people like, oh, you're not, none of you are into dick. So like, whatever.
Some of us are.
Oh, my apologies. I jumped to a conclusion.
Not me.
That's rude.
But some of us.
That's
are.
fine. Okay.
So they went to female strip clubs, and it's just like, whatever. Who the fuck cares?
I see.
Camaraderie and all that shit.
I spent so long, guys, trying to tell Kevin that he didn't get the dancing bear, that he got the knockoff brand. I was thinking, what could I call it? So I was thinking of like the Tango and Tortoise or the Two-Step and Tiger.
I don't like Tango and Tortoise at all.
And it being like, sort of like the very counterfeit version. The knockoff version. Yeah.
I've seen things on that subreddit. I'm not gonna be able to see.
Really?
Yeah. I'll never hear that song again. No. We gotta find a video that's not as aggressive from Dancing Bear.
Well, I just feel like you were just watching the end of those videos.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
that was from 0 to 100.
They start out kind of fun. Like it's like oh.
How can they use that song? How can they monetize with that song? Doesn't any ERD come
license
at
them?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
We just got a copyright strike right there.
Hold on. I'm going to hold on. You guys keep talking.
Feeling dizzy.
But anyway, another fun thing.
It's as if you lost all the cum.
I'll tell you what. If you add up the last year of ejaculate, I don't think I've come that like there was volumes of semen coming out of that man.
Jesus Christ.
With that, saying semen's too much?
Yeah, dude, you're going too far.
I'm using the clinical terms. I'll have you know. All right. And this is what you watch for fun, Kevin.
No, but I'm gonna.
No, I'm curious.
Jesus God.
But a thing that I appreciate that they did
Yeah.
is you could buy people
Lap dances?
No, not lap dances. Like they can go on stage and perform.
Oh.
And so a lot of people buy the Bachelorette. It's 69 seconds on stage.
Is it where the Bachelorette goes and dances a little bit, or is there the chair there?
She goes up, she dances, and if she does it for 69 seconds, then a guy comes up and dances with her. But you can request to not do that. It's whatever fucking options you want, man. It's all cool. But what's awesome about it is when these girls go up and everyone's just super excited just to fucking be a part of it. And here's the thing. We've said this before on every time we've done a bachelor party topic. The key to a good bachelor party, in my opinion, the great bachelor party, if you're indulging in these type of activities, is your bachelor party or your bachelorette party finding the other one, teaming up, and all hanging out, having a good time, where it's like everyone's on the same level, no one's trying to be fucking weird and creepy and shit, but it's like, let's all hang out and have a fucking blast.
Go to DMBs.
And that's the way to fucking do it. Male strip clubs.
Yeah, so did you guys partner up with a bachelorette party?
My team sucks, so no.
Okay, cool. Okay, sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm just saying, if you guys have cool friends, then go to a male strip club.
I just want to put on the record, there's never been anything I've said that is as gross as what I've seen. Why do you people watch this? Jesus, it was everywhere. These women couldn't get away from it.
Why did you watch so much of it? You could have stopped.
I needed to know. I needed to know what it was.
But after we saw the bear, you kept going.
Because there was still confusion. Oh,
A level of curiosity.
I refuse to believe.
No, they're plants, dude.
I refuse to believe I'm throwing a bachelorette party for my friend. I'm going to book the dancingbear.com that you can't even find. Whatever. I'm going to book the Dancing Bear. The Dancing Bear fucking shows up and,
what do you mean you can't even find it?
There was no Dancing Bear. Like, I did Google results. I got the fucking subreddit. Can I book them or is it just porn videos on dancingbear.com?
You can book them.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
bookable. I mean, dude, think of it this way.
You have to go to the dark web.
Think of it this way, Greg. People get prostitutes.
Yeah.
We wouldn't get prostitutes.
Sure.
But people do.
But do they film it and put it up and have like a whole song? They license a song for it and they have like everybody knows
Well, that's
about
the
it?
company that does it. Not everyone.
Yeah, but I'm
knows.
sure that those are plants.
I'm guarantee
Who's
a majority
throwing
of
these
them are
bachelorette
plants.
parties where like we're all gonna fucking suck this dude's dick before he fucks the plant?
Dancing Bear is on LinkedIn.
That's not the real Dancing Bear.
Can you hit him up and ask him if he's the real Dancing Bear?
See results about Dancing Bear Group. They're a
Serious
company.
inquiries only.
They have like the company little thing underneath Google.
Company.
Dancing Bear Group, private company. They are trading on Bloomberg.
They are not trading on Bloomberg. They are
What is
not
their sign?
on
If they're
NASDAQ.
trading on Bloomberg, what is their sign?
Hold on.
Because buy it right now, they'll be going up.
I don't know. Fuck.
Oh man.
I did not anticipate this going nasty. I want everybody to understand that.
Sure.
Like I do
Sure.
appreciate the Dancing Bear joke. I think we went a little far with it.
I was
All
also-
wanna
I was
say
also
is I'm
confused
very
by
pro
it.
male strip club.
That's cool.
the bottom
That's cool.
line.
That's good.
And I want people to understand that in a very fun, consensual, and respectable way.
As a San Francisco native, how often have you gone to SF strip clubs?
Not once.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay. That makes more sense.
I hate strip clubs.
Oh, yeah, they're weird.
Very weird. No, I was gonna agree, but then you beat
My
me to
apologies,
it.
my
So
But I
no,
will
that's
say
fine.
this is fun as fuck.
Yeah. Because
I'm a fan of production. What
There
can I
was
say?
once- there was
it's
one-
like watching a good Disneyland show.
we had a group once drunk downtown and we almost went to the Gold Club. And we got there and like it was a mixed group, I think, where we had more girls than guys. And they're like, all right, cool, it's $15 cover for each one of you. Like, no, that's, I mean,
not worth it.
and then we were like, the guys, fine, but the girls, like, that's not how this is supposed to work. And they wouldn't budge. We're like, all right,
Gold
fuck
Club.
you.
Gold Club's a little different.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Gold
The
Club,
buffet.
Gold Club, yeah,
They do
there's
have a buffet, yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Gold Club's a little bit less of a like this is a real strip club, and it's more of a like, oh, girls go here for lunch to have something funny to say when they go back to the office
Well, this was nighttime though, right? This wasn't, it wasn't
the next
lunchtime.
morning.
Okay.
I don't know. Every girl I know, like the only people I know that have gone to Gold Club are my friends that are girls that go during lunch.
Is the food good?
I mean, it's
I cannot
don't trust
imagine
it.
eating a buffet at a strip club.
yeah.
There's got to be limits to everything,
see, I
right?
totally can.
You can envision?
Kevin, is
100%,
there
yeah.
anywhere you can imagine not eating a buffet?
Funeral.
Really?
At the funeral, yeah.
Dude, that's like,
You know, the wake, sure.
oh.
You know?
What about like the luncheon afterwards?
No, yeah, that I'm fine with. But I'm saying, like, if we go to a funeral, there's the casket, the Catholic, so there's a viewing,
Sure. Well, that's the wake.
and then is that the wake?
Yeah.
Is that the party
When it
afterwards?
wakes up.
No.
Okay, well then at the wake, yeah, I guess I could. And if
The
like
party
you know the
afterwards.
line to go say your last goodbyes,
Yeah, you get the
it
kneeling.
goes into a buffet. I'd be like, I don't know, I can't do this. Guys.
Really?
I don't believe Kevin. I don't believe him. I've known him for fucking 35 years.
The best part of the funeral is the food. Everybody's got like the meat trays. You make your own sandwich on a Kaiser roll. And I'm talking about suburb of Chicago. I don't know how you guys all do your funerals out here.
There's
You know
always
what I mean?
pan dulce purchased.
See, that is not
Never
what
had
would
pan
happen.
dulce,
I don't
yeah.
know what that is.
What?
I've never had
Pandulce?
Sweet
pan
bread?
dulce.
Pan dulce. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's just like sort of this, Mexican sweet bread that
Is it like
Is it the
panettone
one
or whatever?
that is like really thick and has that like caked
That's
layer of
amore.
sugar on
Yeah.
it? hate
I think
that
that's
shit.
panettone.
But there's different
No.
versions of it.
Panettone
That's
is
not the only
big,
one.
Like fruitcake.
Sometimes they have like the
It's good
little
stuff.
piggy cookies, gingerbread, shortbread sort of things. And they have all sorts
So
of
like the
like
cookies that come out of the tin.
yeah, but it's like in the shape of a pig for some reason.
Huh. Okay.
It's
It's
always
a little
pigs.
piggy though.
I don't know why. It's weird. But anyway, yeah. So we get funerals normally have like, oh, you bring like a little thing of sweetbread for the whole.
Family.
But while you're at the viewing and everything, like the after party,
At
that's
the viewing?
that's where like the menudo and all that takes
Yeah, at
place.
the after party, sure, I'll eat good.
Yeah.
You know. But like at the viewing,
But the viewing is
at the viewing, it's always in a church. I've never eaten in a church aside from the hostess.
No, the viewing
obviously.
is
the viewing's in the church.
the viewing's
Yeah.
not in a church. It's a funeral home
Yeah.
where we do it at.
Yeah, that's what's throwing me off. For me, it's the wake,
Yeah, the viewing's
which
okay.
is usually, and it depends on you, but either
You're right,
one
the
night or
funeral.
2 nights.
But-
the day before the funeral,
But yeah, I guess you guys are right.
they have that
yeah.
little stupid tin cylinder of coffee that your
Yeah.
dad's always drinking. The tiny
Yeah, there's
little
like there's
styrofoam
like a
cups.
break room where
Yeah.
like
You
because
go in there, and
bear
you're
in
just like, I
mind
can't believe
food
it
at the
happened.
viewing.
the
Yeah.
families are here all day, so
Yeah.
it's like
It was outside.
it's sort of like this
Really?
sign of respect that like, oh, let's bring him food, let's bring him
Yeah.
drinks or whatever, because they're there all day
Sure.
and it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
miserable sort of vibe, you
Yeah.
know.
But that was the thing. You get the Kaiser roll, you split it. You put as much roast beef in there as you want and some cheddar cheese. Hoo-wee. Sorry we lost you, whoever, but like this is a
But,
good
like,
sandwich. You
thanks
want
for
me
the
to eat it.
sandwich.
And that's the thing you're calling out. You know, again, I want my funeral. If Tim,
Yeah.
you'll probably need to stop, Jen.
Okay.
I don't know what the Canadian custom is. On
Uh huh.
I don't need a funeral. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it. I just burn me. Fucking everybody snort my ashes. I don't care.
Oh, no.
Dude, you know what I really do? At Kind of Funny X, whatever it's gonna be or whatever, just come out with what looks to be a pizza can, just blast Psycho point blank range with my ashes. Just or at the end when they think it's gonna be confetti, it's just Greg's ass just shot. I don't know.
Everyone ends up looking like a post dancing bear session with Greg's
Yeah.
ashes.
Oh,
God,
stop,
no.
too far.
Greg's
No.
ashes all over everyone's faces.
He's still traumatized.
I'm trying not to think about it. It's because it's like caught in
As
the
you
back of your
described,
throat,
blasting
you know
your
what I mean?
ashes on
Because I can
someone.
imagine it caught in the back of my throat, all goopy back.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Ew.
Are you talking about yourself or the
Very
bear?
gelatinous.
I'm talking about if I had to suck off this bear, very clearly.
No,
True story.
They are not plants. Not all of them are plants. A lot of them.
I don't
know
for a
that,
second
Andy.
believe
You
this.
don't know that.
Greg, you have to watch some of these women doing the thing and then receiving the fucking the
here's-
offering
Here's what I need then. Here,
I don't like this. Can we move on?
because
This is bad.
a lot of them look like I regret doing this.
Well, yeah, that's what some of the
Where
things I saw on the Reddit. Yeah.
where the porn stars
But, like-
are like super into it, like give me that fucking baby gravy, you know. But a lot of
Jesus,
them,
No, I don't know. Stop.
a lot of them look like
no, I'll show you the girl on the Reddit that's not happy.
I'm
a lot
so
of them
happy
are
Nick's not
enjoying
here.
it, and then they receive it, and then there's like they're kind of like halfway smiling, like, oh, I just did this. I can't believe I just did this, sort of thing.
But like,
But they're actresses, paid
They're
to have
not.
that
They-
expression.
You have
here's
to
my
look at
thing.
them, dude.
We are not this stupid as a people, are we? There are sexually transmitted diseases floating around.
Lots of them.
Some guy walks in with his dick out, and you're at a bachelorette party. Like, well, when in Rome, no.
Yeah, no, but a lot of this stuff's like from the 90s. Things were totally different then. The rules were all different.
It was
then.
even worse than I feel.
No, I know, but like
Now, granted, we weren't smart about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
they weren't as smart.
The real dumb.
I don't know, man. I feel like I watched one from like 2016 or something.
I'm sure there's new ones. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like real HD now.
Yeah,
4K experience.
these are real things, Greg. They're not all plants. I promise you that. You
Swear
have to
to me.
watch
You
them.
swear to me.
I would fucking bet my life on this.
I
Kevin.
need. There's got to be a Vice documentary about this. All right. And
I'm
if you
into
want
it.
if you want to show me what you're talking about, I need you to go and you need to just edit it like Japanese porn. All right. I need blurs at very specific
Oh,
moments
yeah.
where I'm just like I can't.
Very
do it.
minimal blurs. It's like you can still see the shape. I can still see the hairs.
Anyways, Tim,
Ew.
do whatever the fuck you want. Sell my body afterwards.
Okay.
I don't care.
I will.
And I would donate all the parts you can to anybody who will take them. I don't care.
Yeah.
If Jen insists there needs to be one, I want you to make it wacky. All right. And if we're gonna do like how like Kevin's like I can't do a buffet there. Fuck that. I want to be in the middle and then buffets on both ends.
Yeah.
So you can snack on your way. You get your wings on your way. Then you get to me and you're like, hey, bruh. And then you go to the next thing. And then
Peace out,
There's
dude.
peachy on your leg.
yeah. No,
Like,
no,
going
that's
up
even.
your
I mean,
leg.
that's weird.
Can we
Okay.
can we prop your arm up to give pounds to everybody?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, everybody knows I'm a big pound
You're a
person.
big pounder.
I love pound puppies.
Yeah, dude. I'm into it.
Damn, like how those
I'll
chicks
help you
get
out,
pounded
bro.
in the
Don't worry.
video.
Stop it. We're trying to get away from
Stop.
this. Stop bringing us back to the fucking bear. Dirtybear.com. Whatever it was.
Dancing
Bear.
Yeah.
Jesus, you guys are weird. You all just sit at home and jack off to this, huh? That's what you do. When I'm not
I've never
around.
seen these dancing bear videos before.
You seem to know a lot about them.
No, I didn't.
I don't know.
But I'm gonna do some research.
Kevin, I task you with it. You go watch a bunch of these videos and you come back to me and you can be the definitive answer on if they're not all plants, if this is what people think a bachelorette party is.
That's not the case. I'm telling you right now. It's the freaking 1% of bachelorette parties.
Yeah. It's like, Greg, it's like sometimes there are videos where there are orgies in clubs, and it's like, where the fuck does this shit happen?
But it does.
It does, but it's
No.
super. Yes, it
Dude,
does.
people just come from different walks of life.
guys-
like,
you guys
imagine
are-
what we do during a bachelor party,
The
and imagine
porn-
what Cool Greg and his friends would
God,
do
I
during a
can't- I don't
bachelor
wanna-
The
party.
porn
I don't want it.
That's what I'm
industry is
saying.
selling you something, and you both have bought it.
Gobbling
No.
it up, Greg.
Jesus,
You're
Kevin.
just like them.
No.
Kevin, I'm Kevin.
I like that. I like the incredibly late switch of eye contact. As if, no, I didn't fuck up who I'm talking to. I was clearly talking to Kevin, but it was directed at Greg.
These
It's like,
orgies
yeah.
in the clubs are real. I swear to you.
All right, so now the orgies are real.
Dude, I know
Andy,
I know a girl from back home
Here we go.
who like
Sexy.
halfway invited me to an orgy.
What does that
And
mean?
she
That
told
is
me
nothing- was it a
what
club?
they were
Holy
about.
shit, don't
Yeah,
bring
Was
it
she
up.
like,
what-
hey
wait,
man,
what is
this club
halfway?
is dope. You're gonna get orgied.
No, she like it wasn't necessarily a like you meet up at this place not because something might happen. It's like no, this is where you
It's
all
going
go.
down, if
Yeah,
you-
it's a bunch of swingers showing up and we're all gonna bang each other.
It's like Dragon Con.
But is it
And
at
she
a club or
invited
is it
you
some
and you were
dude's
like, nah.
house?
no, actually, you know what? She didn't invite me. She was just telling me about it.
I
So
guess
that's where the
half of
halfway
an
comes
invitation.
in.
It's
Yeah.
now we're back to your thing.
But
from
again,
earlier. We've got
what
it.
I'm saying
you
is
guys
this
having a
is
barbecue?
not
What can I bring?
This is not what you were describing. Like, this is not like everyone's at a club, suddenly, boom, an orgy explodes.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like, we're talking about the 1%. We're talking about, like, you see these things happen, and it's like, there's no way this shit's real. It's like, no, yeah, these people, like, there are fucking, like, Facebook groups out there.
Yeah, but, like,
that are,
you can't get a group
But
of 30 people and have someone running around the camera and, like, no one's going to be like, no, stop. You can't do this.
No, because here's the thing. Like, I forgot
swingers club's a thing.
What's the psychology thing? It's not Schroeder's cat. It's the other one where it's just
The
like,
bell.
you know,
Strike
someone
stands effect.
was in trouble and then nobody called the cops on him because they thought someone else would.
Oh,
It's kind of like that, but with sucking dick.
Boy Who Cried Wolf?
No, but I like that.
Here's the thing: is even there, I think it's more. I think, oh, hey, we're doing this swingers club. You come join us on the Facebook, and we'll all fuck to each other, right?
Yeah.
That I get.
Yeah.
Oh, you invite Tom from next door. He comes over and he's bringing his wife. You're like, all right, cool. I know all these people. I'm at least tangentially aware of how crazy they are, and if they have a drug problem, and if they've been sharing needles with people, and if if they keep everything clean.
Right.
Then
You were
it's-
so off about what these parties look like.
Fucking the bear comes in, just dick out, and everybody's like, oh, I gotta get a taste
Dicks
of
out
that.
immediately.
Nom nom. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I've been in so many situations
Continue, please.
where I'm here and I'm just
Slowly.
like, I'm in with a group of people doing something that I wouldn't do. But then by the time it gets to me, I'm like, well, I'm not going to not do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to fit in here, dude. Peer pressure. But like, it's not even peer pressure. It's more just like,
you
we're
are
all
the
here.
leader. You're the leader
Yeah.
of those kind of things.
It's one of those things.
You're
like,
the first one
if
to go
if
streaking, Tim.
I understand that, but if someone was like, hey, I'm gonna do stand-up comedy, and it was just like, oh, what about everybody else? And then all of a sudden, everyone's doing it.
There's
Kevin.
a world of
Fucking,
difference.
we're all scared.
A fucking world of difference between doing open mic stand-up comedy with your friend and sucking a stranger's dick because Kevin did.
Tomato, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And also being
real,
okay
man.
with it being recorded. They see the cameras. They understand how the internet works.
Yeah, they fucking sign a waiver, dude. They want to get there to get their fucking fuck on, man.
So
And
now
you trying
they're,
to stop
now
somebody
they're
with the
going with the purpose of fucking.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But it's like you see these clubs and there's music playing and like it starts off with like just a dude and a girl making out and you cut to the right, it's like a girl's having sex with a dude. It's like
No, but that was a porno. You were watching a porno. Somebody made that with the explicit like
Kevin,
idea of having you
problem-
jerk off.
Guys
That
are,
wasn't.
you're right about
Yeah.
that. But the thing is, that also exists in reality, especially now when everyone has a fucking camera with
No.
them at all points.
this
Alright,
isn't
yeah, sure.
This
But like,
isn't
I think that like those are designated like swingers. Like it's not even a club. Like a bunch of people renting out the sex dungeon
Yeah.
and going to party there. And yeah, that eventually leads to what we're talking about here. But like I'm saying that's different.
What are we talking about here?
An orgy. We're talking about an orgy. I don't like this topic. And I think that, and unfortunately, Andy has totally fallen for the like porn industries.
porn industry, dude.
Yeah, you know, like they got you,
There's
Andy.
a
They didn't get
world
me.
You
of
believe in a world
difference
that doesn't exist.
between I'm renting the sex dungeon and I'm throwing an open orgy. Everybody come here to get your fuck on. And I am Betty and I'm going to my friend's bridal shower. And everybody's sucking this guy's dick. I better too.
I'm
Well, great,
saying,
don't get crazy. It's not a bridal shower.
I'm saying, I'm saying,
would be wrong.
I'm sure that does happen, but those aren't the videos you're jerking off to.
No, man. These are real things.
Look, hey,
If
I
you
agree.
all think that
no,
all of these people are actors and actresses, you're wrong. You are 100% wrong.
you're
You're just wrong. My eyes have been open, guys. You stay in your little fucking bubble over here.
He's doing that thing where I can't tell if he's with us or against us.
I don't know,
I
man.
think it's at the point where he's now arguing harder than he actually feels.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But because I'm with him, it's somewhere in the middle. It's not all this. But it's not, none of
they're
this.
not all actresses. These things take place in the real world, and these people sign these waivers. You look at these people.
I don't think-
and some of them are older women that are maybe 50 years old. Some of them are 20 years old. Like these are all different walks of life. That
Andy-
you look at all
Andy-
these and you're like, none of these people, like not 100% of these
porn
people.
stars age, you know, they can get them at different ages and types.
You just keep making excuses over here.
I'm not
man.
making an excuse. I just think that the stuff that you're talking about
Open your eyes,
isn't
Kevin.
at
Open
a
your eyes,
party.
man.
Like it
your
wasn't
mouth.
someone
Fucking-
recording it because they're
God.
professional cameras.
Liberal media's all in your head, dude.
Jesus
Jeez,
fucking
man.
God.
Fucking open. Wake up.
This
Kev.
has been a good one, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm scarred. Like it's taking something out of me today.
You've never seen like a cum shot? Or?
Yeah, I have, just not like this. Not like this. It was too much.
Man.
Especially just back to back to back to back. Just so much.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Now, Greg, if you think that's crazy,
yeah.
No, let's
imagine
stop.
if there was just one girl and a lot of guys.
Yeah.
No, he's heard of this before,
Yes.
right?
I've heard of that. I've heard of
Yeah.
that. Don't worry
I mean,
about
because
that.
that's
It's real stuff.
much
man.
more common than the dancing bear.
So to come back to something I was thinking about earlier, right? Kevin, I think you should write your pilot. And then on January 5th, 2019, we set that as the Patreon goal of like, hey, we need to raise this much money. We're going to film Kevin's pilot.
No.
Yeah. And we'll get real actors or the realest we can get.
No, I see. Like, I wouldn't want it to be real actors.
You want to be with us?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay, then that's
like
fine
the
with it.
pilot is just kind of funny,
Oh.
and it's like how this office runs in a fictional world behind the scenes.
Okay. So is it like The Office, but it's kind of funny?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, definitely do this then.
sure.
Do it.
Like
Call
Parks
it
and Rec.
Derivative.
Shut up. All right.
I'm into this. I'm fucking all about this.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do it. Do it.
Fucking dare
Do
you.
it.
Ah.
Do it.
If he does it, he'll do it. And if he doesn't, he'll do
Who's
it.
gonna be the Dwight?
Next thing you know, you're sucking a dick.
Nick?
Yeah, no, but he's
Nick's the Creed.
no, Nick's not the Cool. Greg is definitely the Creed,
Sure.
100%.
Just shows up kind of.
Yes, out of nowhere and says the perfect thing, walks
Yeah.
off, and everyone's like, God,
Yeah.
wait, that wasn't in the script. He didn't know we were filming.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm into
There
it.
is a lot to think about. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Game Over Greggy show. I'm sorry if you had a child in the car while you were listening.
Yeah, it
if you didn't
sucks.
know, each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get every episode early, along with a bunch of exclusive perks, goodies, and more. Plus, the satisfaction of knowing you keep us running as a company. If you have no bucks to toss our way, no big deal. The following Friday, that's right, 1 week of exclusivity, you can go to youtube.com/kindafunny or podcast services around the globe and get the Game Over Greggy show in whatever format you like. Now we're going to end the show and we're going to roll into the post show that you can get over on patreon.com/kindafunny. It should be an interesting one as we involve the chat. But until next time, no. It's been our pleasure to serve you.
Oh, man.
Thanks for watching the Game Over Greggy show, everybody. Click here to subscribe to the channel. Click down here for more episodes. Click over here to support us on Patreon. Remember, we can't do this without you. And then click down here for whatever Cool Greg puts there. Hopefully it is not anything about a dancing bear.